My name is Danielle, and welcome to this 15-minute yoga flow. Grab your mat, some comfortable clothes, and perhaps some yoga blocks. Let's begin. Let's bring our awareness to the bottom of our foot, the big toe edge, the pinky toe edge, and the bottom of the heel. When you press your feet into the earth, try to imagine an upside down triangle where the points connect. So as you press into the earth in all of your poses, try to spread your toes and press into those points. Let's begin. Cross your legs and come into a nice, easy seat. Bring your hands underneath the flesh of your bottom and draw backwards so you can feel the sit bones. Bring the hands to the knees and we'll start. Close your eyes. Welcome yourself to your practice. You have arrived. You've carved the time for you. Take the shoulders up to the ears and down the back. Breathe out a few times. Once you feel like your body's starting to soften, you can let your tongue go on the roof of the mouth and begin to breathe in and out through the nose. Notice if you're leaning forwards and let your torso shift backwards just a tad so the ears are over the shoulders over the hips. Begin to elongate the breath in and out. You can bring the hands to the heart space to set yourself an intention for your practice today. Come back to your intention as you move through your day and when you return to your home after you've been working all day and before you go to bed in the evening, come back to that same intention. In spite of the difficulties you may be going through at this moment or pains you may be feeling in your body, try to focus on the gifts that you have received in your life, focusing on the good instead of the not so good. Take a breath in, breathe out through the mouth, and open your eyes. Let's cross the legs the opposite way. We'll move through seated cat and cow. So place the hands on the shins. Inhale, we want to roll the pelvis forwards. And exhale, draw the chin to the chest, rounding the back, tucking the tail under. And just go in and out of these two poses. Begin to feel the breath in the upper back and the chest. One last time, exhale. And from here, come up onto the hands and the knees, into your table pose. Tuck the toes under, and we'll make a few circles here. So shift forwards, move the right sit bone towards the right heel, left sit bone to the left heel, and forwards to the top of the mat, and go back the opposite direction. And the other way, just one more time in each direction. Go with your breath. Inhale in one direction, exhale in the other. And pushing up to downward facing dog. Pedal the legs out. Try to spread the toes. And see if you can balance on the ball mounds of the feet so you're lifting all 10 toes off the ground with a slight bend in the knees. Once again, tip the pelvis forwards. Push down and forwards through the hands. Feel the breath in the front and the sides of the body, as well as the back. One more breath in. Let go through the mouth. Any tension you feel in the body, let it go. Bend the knees and small steps up to the top. Come into Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Lengthen and extend. Exhale and fold. We'll be doing a little bit of twisting today. So if you are more than 3 months pregnant, you should not be twisting inwards towards the leg. You should be twisting outwards. Be sure to consult with your physician. Exhale and fold. One last time, breathe in. Ardha Uttanasana, exhale Uttanasana. Come all the way to stand. Reach the arms out to the side. Squeeze the glutes as you rise up. Bring the hands to the heart space. 2 more times. Inhaling out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Little bend in the knees. Press your inner thighs back. Reach through the top of the head. Get nice and long. Exhale, fold. I love placing my hands on my shins. Inhale, reach out and up. Right back down to the ground. Exhale. Hands go on the shins here. Push the arms straight. Reach the chest forwards as if you're lengthening from the top of the head to the tailbone. Exhale, fold. Reach the arms out and up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Bring the hands to opposite elbows. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Now lift through the kneecaps. Draw the ribs in. And take 2 more breaths. See if you can feel the breath filling under the armpits, into the muscles between the ribs, into the low back and the back body. Exhale, lower the arms down. And then switch the hands to the opposite direction. Inhaling up. 3 breaths. Still lifting the kneecaps. Feel your whole foot pressing into the ground from the big toe to the pinky toe, and from the pinky toe back to the heel, and the big toe back to the heel. So you make an upside down triangle with each foot. And exhale, release. Release the arms down to the sides. Take a breath in. Roll the shoulders up and down the back. Inhale, reach the arms out and overhead. Exhale and fold. Uttanasana. Inhale, half lift. Maybe use the blocks now. Exhale and fold. Take the feet a little bit wider. Bring the hands behind the back into Yoga Mudra. Hands come together. You can also use a strap here if your hands are not able to come together. Bring the heels of the hands together. Lift the arm bones up and back so the elbows start to draw together. Now reach the knuckles up towards the sky, the ceiling. Take a breath in. Breathe out through the mouth as the hands fold a little deeper over the head towards the wall in front of you. Be sure you're still engaging the upper back muscles. You want to keep the shoulders stable. And inhale, rise. Lift the chest halfway. Exhale, release the hands down to the ground. Step the left foot back behind. Bring the hands to the hips and all the way up towards the sky. Inhale, crescent lunge. Little bend in the back knee. See if you can stretch a little longer from the hips to the armpits to the fingers. Still feeling the breath move into those new spaces that you're opening up. 1 more breath in. Exhale, release the hands down. Step to the top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, forward fold. Take the hands behind the back once again. Try to interlace the way that feels a little different. Stretch the knuckles up towards the ceiling. Elbows come together. Lift the shoulders and draw them back towards each other. Now take a breath. Bring the chin down a little bit. Exhale, breathe out. 1 more breath. On the inhale, lift up halfway. If you can keep the interlace. If not, release the hands to the hips. Exhale, hands come down to the ground. Right foot steps back, preparing up for crescent lunge. Reach the arms up and overhead. And keep that back knee slightly bent. Feel your pelvis lift up from the pubic bone, from the heart, from the throat. 1 more breath. Exhale, hands come down to the ground. Step the right foot forwards. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart. Bring the feet together to touch. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, come into a chair pose. Look down at your knees. Be sure you can see your toes. Send your hips back. If it's too intense, lower the arms. Feel the thumbs pointing up and the pinkies down. Keep reaching up through the arms. Draw the belly in, spreading your toes. Still feeling those imaginary upside down triangle footprints on the mat. And inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot steps back. Lower down onto the back knee and reach the right arm up towards the sky for our first twist. Exhale, take 2 more breaths. Let that top arm open up, getting into the chest and the shoulder. As you soften, remembering your intention, settling to what is working, focusing on all the gifts that you have in your life. Release the hand down, lift off the back knee. We'll come back up into crescent lunge, draw the belly in, reach the arms forwards and up. Take the hands to the heart space as you exhale. Reach the top of the head forwards, finding your stability here. You can either take the left hand down onto a block or take your elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Now, press it into the thigh and push the thigh into the elbow. Lift the chest up towards the sternum. Back leg is nice and strong. Maybe take your gaze out to the right. Nice line of energy. Draw the belly in. Softening. Exhale, release the hands down. Step to the top of the mat, exhale. Inhale, come back to stand. Release and fold back down to the ground, Uttanasana. Ardha Uttanasana. Right foot steps back, low lunge. Left hand will rise up. Use the block at any point. 3 breaths. Give yourself an inner smile. Come back to that smile as you move through your day. Notice if you start focusing on the negatives. 1 more breath. Release the hand down, exhale, lift off the back knee. Reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart space. Top of the head reaches forwards. You can also do this pose with your back knee down on the ground. So feel where your shoulders go. Try to bring them up towards the ears and down the back. And then bring the right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. Get a little heavy on the legs. Press the left hand into the right hand. Lift the chest up towards the thumbs. Press your right hip back and your left shin forwards. Get nice and long. Twist from the center of the body. Maybe gaze outwards. 1 last breath. And release the hands down. Exhale. Right foot steps forwards. Exhale over the legs. Inhale, reach out and up. Bring the hands to the heart. Exhale. Take a breath in. And breathe out. Bring the hands to the hips. Go ahead and toe heel your feet apart and then turn your toes out. We'll come into Malasana, yogi squat. So bend your knees, sit down, see how far you can go. If your heels aren't down on the ground, you can roll up a towel and stick it underneath the heels. Take your elbows into the thighs, bring the hands to the heart. Press the hands in towards each other and try to lengthen the spine once again. Feel the feet on the earth. You can have the eyes closed. That breath illuminating within you. Bringing all of your amazing gifts to the surface. 1 more breath. And let the hands come down to the ground. You can step or you can jump your feet back into a plank pose. Set the knees on the ground. Exhale for chaturanga. And then set yourself all the way down onto the mat. We'll come into Shalabhasana. So forehead to the mat, hands to the sides. Lift the heads of the arm bones up first. Squeeze the legs. Lift the legs from the inner thighs back to the toes. Lift the hands and lift the chin and the chest. Just 5 breaths. Feel that moment where it's a little uncomfortable and try to soften in that shape. Those are the moments that you face in your day. Taking your yoga off your mat with you, coming back to all the gifts that you have in your life. I see this as I move through my day quite often. I'm so thankful for my car as I see someone riding past on a bicycle who may be struggling to carry their items where I live on this island. One more breath in. And exhale, release. Take your right ear down. Take a breath in. Breathe out, exhale. Turn your head the opposite direction. Notice how the neck feels in the upper back. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Take the forehead to the mat one last time. Hands come down underneath the chest. Tuck the toes, lift up, pull the belly in. From here, we'll take the right foot forwards between the hands. As the right foot comes forwards, walk your right foot to the right side of your mat and bring the hands on the inside. You can walk your left foot back a little further. Untuck the toes and either stay here, move the shoulders away from the ears, or you can come down onto the forearms. One forearm can go on a block if you prefer, or it can go all the way down to the ground. Notice your right knee. Try to press the right knee into the right shoulder. Bring the chin down slightly to lengthen the back of the neck. Opening up the hip flexors, the hips. Still pressing down in your right foot into the key spots, the big toe, the pinky toe, and the heel. And bring your hands back up. I like to use my blocks into this next pose, Ardha Hanuman, or half splits. Toe heel your foot back to center, wiggle your foot forwards, and peel your right toes up off the ground. So in this pose, our hips are forwards of our back knee. You can use the back foot to wiggle the back leg further away from you. Try not to be slouching in your shoulders, so bring the blocks a little closer in, and then press the shoulders away from the ears. Take the arm bones back, the shoulder blades together, and you can stay in stillness now. A little bit of a micro adjustment, right hip back, left hip forwards. We micro adjust in our practice, we micro adjust in our life. You may catch yourself before you say something, and just make a shift in your mindset to help you have a more successful day. Happiness comes from within. Start your day off with that intention of focusing on the gifts in your life. Now place your right foot down and step the left foot forwards. Slowly come out of the pose. Right foot steps back. So we come down into our lunge, walk the left foot forwards, bring the left hand on the inside of the foot, walk the right foot back. See how this feels here. So as you stay here, take your left knee and press it into your left shoulder. Instead of letting it splay outwards, press it in. Then press the hands down, pull the chest forward. See how that is for you. You may feel a nice stretch along the outside of the thigh. Then you can bring your right forearm down, check that out, observe how that feels. Can you still breathe smooth and slow? If so, take the other hand down. Now remember that left knee, press it into the shoulder, reach the heart forwards. And bring the hands onto the mat, lift the chest, walk the foot in, grab your blocks. Ardha Hanuman on this side. Curl the toes back, half splits, walk your back leg back. Left hip moves back, right hip moves forwards. Take a nice big breath in and a little hinge from the hips, bend the elbows. Engage the left thigh by lifting the kneecap. And set the left foot down on the ground. Move the blocks off to the side, step your left foot back. Come all the way down onto your belly and roll on to your backside. Turn onto your back and lower all the way down for your final resting pose of at least 2 to 3 minutes. As always, I'll link a longer Shavasana here. And if you have enough time, you can try one of my meditations. So roll all the way down onto the back, turn the palms to face up, close the eyes. You should leave your mat feeling good. As your eyes close, let your body settle. Feel your eyes drifting inwards. Any distractions around you, let them just be. Look in to the center of your being. You can visualize a stream of light flowing through the body. As the body relaxes and lets go. Relax the eyes. Relax deep within. And from here, you can start to move your fingers, move your wrist, move your ankles. Reach the arms overhead. Remind yourself that this is a new beginning. Take a nice long breath. Inhale. Breathe out. Exhale. Roll onto your side. Come back to your intention here. No matter what is going on in your day, we all have challenges that we face. We all have pains and aches. Look at all the good and all the gifts in your life. Push your hands down, lift up slowly. Come back to your seated pose. Bring your hands onto the knees. Let your arms be long. You can turn your palms to face up. Feel your spine elongated. Take a few breaths into your whole body, your whole being. No matter what is going on in your life, you have the choice. Be aware of your emotions. Be aware of your reactions. Smile at yourself and smile at other people. Let's bring our hands to our heart. And may all beings everywhere be happy and free. Namaste. If you enjoyed the practice today, show your love and press the subscribe button. I would love to gain 500 subscribers, and YouTube will open up my community tab, and then I can speak to all of you out there and see what types of videos that you would like to have, what issues that you're having in your body, and what we can do to help you. So hit the subscribe button, press it with a lot of love, send it out to your friends, and I'll see you on